F&I managers, increase your closing percentage by presenting facts, not fiction. The fact is, a fact is a true statement that you can prove, and you back it up with evidence. Opinion is, I believe that you should enroll in this program. That's an opinion. Is your idea or feeling about something. Fact, substantiated with evidence. Opinion, you got nothing to show, so there's some doubt. The bottom line here is, present facts, not opinions. There may be another way of looking at it, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. After you do a wonderful presentation, I always talk about doing wonderful presentations. The fact of the matter is that if you look at a customer and say, especially if they're somewhat interested in the program, there may be another way of looking at it, and then you present this technology, an illustration of the technology that's involved in vehicles today. I mean, look at it. The powertrain, engine controls, dashboard, entertainment center, networking, electronic systems, comfort and convenient controls. Even the chassis has electronic and sensors and semiconductors. It says right here in this illustration, semiconductors power today's automobiles. That's just proof as to why a customer should enroll in a vehicle service contract. Maybe they trade in a car that's 8 years old, doesn't have anywhere near the technology that the vehicle they're purchasing has today. The other thing is articles. You should be Googling articles. I mean, look at this article, AAA. I just Googled AAA maintenance and repair costs, and this is what I got. And I highlighted, listen to this, AAA encourages motorists to set aside at least $50 a month to cover routine maintenance, deal with unexpected car troubles, and protect one's vehicle investment. Actually, AAA has a calculator that can help estimate annual repairs. This is evidence. These are the facts, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. How about more articles? This article, I just Googled potholes and I came up with this article. Ranked states with the worst pothole problems. You can go deep into this article and list the states by the number of potholes they have. Evaluates each state individually and gives a percentage how bad potholes are in that state. It may be a state that you're selling a vehicle in. Articles work, man. I'm telling you right now, Google the articles, have them in an evidence manual, present them to the customer when they have some doubt as to enroll in the program. And then there's illustrations. Look at this illustration. All I did was Google low profile tires versus original tires. You got an original size tire, you got a sport tire, and a super sport tire, and that gray area down at the bottom represents the curve. Now the vehicle you had before, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, had regular tires on it. It was like 4 to 5 inches of tread. The vehicle you're purchasing now has sport tires on it, and the likelihood of damaging a rim is more likely with the low profile tires. Wouldn't you agree? Now that you see the value in the program, doesn't it make sense to enroll in at least a tire and wheel program? How about this one? Here's another way, the internet. This is an article that I had Googled again, AAA. It costs average of $500 to $600 a year to maintain and cover repairs on vehicles. Google, Google, Google. I'm telling you, man, it works. The internet doesn't lie. It's fact. Google. Fact or fiction? There may be another way of looking at it, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. You mind if I share something with you? Okay? And then you either go to the internet, or you pull out an article, or you open up your evidence manual, and that's how you sell more product to more customers and make more money for both you and your dealership. Prop it up. I love this. Why don't you just prop it up? You could use the wear card that the manufacturer or lease company gives you. Every customer receives one in the mail, at least I believe that they receive one 90 days prior to their lease termination. They get this termination kit in the mail, and in that termination kit there's a wear card. And that wear card tells them you can do it yourself or you can have an inspector come out, but this is what they'll tolerate. Anything beyond the tolerance, you're going to have to fix or pay to have it repaired. Have a magnet on your desk with all the things that come out of the tire machine to prove that, hey, the only tool that gets the most use in your service department is probably that tire and wheel machine. And then you have a mason jar that you can fill the things up that come out of the tire and wheel machine. How about the cell phone? The customer laid their cell phone on your desk, and it probably has 3 levels of coverage, at least 2. It has a screen protector, a case protector, and then they probably have insurance on the cell phone. Why would you protect your cell phone and not protect the most valuable thing you're going to own, a car? Now the golf ball, what does that represent? That represents painted surface of a vehicle. It's porous. Once you apply the fabric and paint treatment, or the paint treatment, it seals up those pores, so nothing gets embedded into the paint. How about the stapler? We've all heard of the staple closer. If you haven't, the stapler has been manufactured. It's been proven over and over and over again. That's the combustion engine. Combined with the cell phone, you just simply look at the customer, hold up a cell phone and a stapler and say, this is the stapler, represents the combustion engine, but this is the cell phone that makes this combustion engine or stapler run. And then there's the key fob. You don't even have keys anymore. We talk about cycles. Every time you press that key fob, your car goes through a cycle. vehicle. Every time you press the start button, the vehicle goes through cycles. So it doesn't matter how many miles a year you drive now, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. It's the number of cycles that vehicle is going to go through every single day by unlocking and locking the doors and starting and shutting off the vehicle. And then there's the thermos. Put a few dents in a cheap thermos, place it on your desk, and the customer's going to ask, what happened to your thermos? Let's show them that this is the aluminum bodies on vehicles, just like this aluminum thermos. Look at the dents it gets in my office. Can you imagine you pour a car out in the elements? And then there's the bubbler timer. I've done many illustrations on the bubbler timer. It does nothing more than shows powertrain. Why does the manufacturer warranty the powertrain for the most amount of time and not the other components in the vehicle? Well, there's a couple reasons. Because what's the likelihood of something that's being maintained by you and lubricated its whole life to break down? Customer's going to look at it and say probably unlikely. But what's the likelihood of electronics to break down, similar to your cell phone? And that's how you use the bubble timer. Prop it up. That's a wrap, everybody. And why do I have to wrap up that? There may be another way of looking at it. It's a great way to sell fabric and paint treatment. You know, you go to Amazon, everybody has Amazon, and you open up an Amazon box and it's all bubble wrap. Applying fabric and paint treatment is like having bubble wrap on your vehicle, just like the packages that come in Amazon. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, go get it.